Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 2. And in the best fashion that I could be doing this, I am playing this game whilst watching The Fast and the Furious because it was on TNT. And that makes me happy inside because I get to RIP Paul Walker in two ways now, by watching the movie and by racing cars. So here we go. I am now so full of Mexican food, and that's the perfect way to kick off the night and be like, dude, we're gonna race, because I'm full of a lot of food at the moment. So yeah, I definitely got some cheese enchiladas, and oh, hold on a second, did I not have an RX-7? No, I had one, but we couldn't use it. That's what it was. But yeah, dude, nothing better than also getting it for free too. That was the best part, was that I didn't even have to pay for it. It's the best part about having some gift certificates that we get through work. Oh, that's a cabriolet though. I don't want that. I want the real one. Yeah, that's the one that Daddy wants right there. It would almost be the same one that Vin Diesel drives in the movie, but it's not red. And I'm cool with that. You know what? I don't need to emulate everything that's going on. Oh my God, I'm so full. You know that feeling that you get when you've eaten just a little bit too much, and so like every time you inhale, you can still feel the food in there, and it feels super awkward, like you might vomit because you ate too much, but at the same time you know that you're not going to. That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. It's just like this really uncomfortable threshold to be at right now. But I feel good though. Today's been an awesome day for a couple reasons. A, I actually got to sleep like last night. It was this entire weekend has been just absolute purgatory for me trying to get a damn night's rest. I got like 2 hours of sleep on Thursday night, which was going into Friday, that was my day off, and then on Friday night I only got a couple hours of sleep because I slept on the most uncomfortable futon in the history of human existence. And then after that, I ended up going up to Portland to go check out the Oregon Ducks game against Illinois last night, which ended up being completely awesome, by the way. It's one of the most fun college basketball games I've ever been to. And then ended up going out and doing some other things. Got home at like 1 in the morning, or somewhere in that general area, and I was just so tired that the very second that I got into my room and kind of just like plopped down on my bed, I was out. Like I think I was able to catch just a few minutes of Summer Wars, which is like this anime movie that was showing on. It was on Adult Swim, or not even. It was just on Cartoon Network when I turned it on, and it was actually super cool. Like I had heard a lot of good things about it, and as far as like reviews and stuff goes, I heard it was really cool. And there were some familiar voiceovers in it too that I heard. Like the guy. Oh no! Crap! RX-7s have really bad handling, so I get super paranoid about that. And these stupid signs are throwing me off too. But the guy that did the voiceover for Stein, for Professor Stein in Soul Eater was in it. And also the guy that did the voiceover for Death the Kid in Soul Eater was also in this movie. So I'm assuming that probably a fair amount of like the production cast and stuff were all people that were in that in one fashion or another. So that's what that is. I'm trying to think of what the other thing I was going to mention. But yeah, I got to go to sleep. And then the other part, my fantasy football team, I'm in playoffs right now, which for anybody that participates in that, I'm sure everybody's in playoffs right now. But the first week of this round, because for playoffs you play the same guy 2 weeks in a row, and they just compile the scores together from both weeks, and that's how you get the winner. So the first week I played, I was playing against the #1 seed in the whole thing, and he beat me in week 1 by 68 points. Like he totally kicked my balls in, and it was bad. But today, I've actually made a complete comeback, and I think I'm actually beating him by 1. But he still has 2 players left, and I have 1. So I think I'm still going to lose anyways, because he definitely has Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson left, and that's certainly going to be enough to beat me. And I think the only guy that I have is Marlon Brown from the Ravens, and I don't think that's going to be enough to complete my incredible comeback that I staged. But I had everybody that had the good stuff going on today. I had Tony Romo, even though he threw those 2 interceptions at the end, which was total bullshit. but I had Rashad Jennings. Oh no, this is bad. This is at the end turn. Oh no, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Oh, I'm gonna win. Yeah, I got the final turn out of the way, and everybody was like, we're going to bow down to him and his complete excellence of driving. But I got Rashad Jennings from Oakland. I had Julian Edelman from the Patriots. I had, let's see, I have Marlon Brown. I had some other guy that did pretty well. I don't remember who the hell it was. I had Julius Thomas, the Bills defense, and then Ben Roethlisberger in my offensive player slot, which you can just do whatever the hell you want with that. And then I had the kicker from Carolina. So actually, everybody did really well today. It's awesome. But that doesn't really matter. The other thing, too, I didn't actually get to see it yet. And it's going to be a total spoiler for any of you guys out there that watch Family Guy. Because I just heard about it. But actually, you know what? No, I'm going to say it. I've already committed to starting to say it, so I'm going to say it now. But I haven't actually even seen the episode yet, but I heard that they brought back Brian. I heard that they did it. For those of you that don't watch it, or that haven't watched it in a while, they apparently killed Brian off, and apparently in this episode that they just did tonight, I guess it was, they totally brought him back. Which I totally called that too. When it first happened, I was talking about it with some of my friends, and I don't even know what the hell I'm doing right now. I need to get an AZ1. That's what I was trying to do. But I called it from the very beginning, because they're like, oh, what does this mean? Like, are they just gonna like stop the whole series altogether? And I was like, they could, but I don't think that they will, because obviously he's like the biggest figure, like one of the biggest icons of the whole show. Like, unless they were actually planning to bring the entire show itself to a close soon by doing that, then they will bring him back, because A, he's like one of the most popular characters in the whole show. B, it's fucking it's Seth MacFarlane, dude. Like, do you really think that he's gonna be that stupid to totally kill off the most popular character on the show, arguably? And I think that he actually tweeted about it on Twitter tonight. He said something about, like, did you really think that we were going to kill him off for good? God, we have to be fucking high for that to happen. He, like, actually said that. And so, it was awesome. I'm really glad that they did that. And I know it's going to piss off a whole bunch of people, and I feel really bad if I totally ruined that for you, but I felt, like, super excited about it, because Brian was my favorite character. And I figure, you know, a lot of people, if you're watching Family Guy and you watch the new episodes, you're probably catching it when it happens anyways, so that's what it is. So, yeah, dude, it was crazy, though. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to be super pissed off about it because of the way they did that. And they're going to be like, oh, you guys will just do anything to get attention, blah, blah, blah. But the way that I see it, it was a genius move. Like, you know, people are going to think that it's manipulative and whatnot, you know, messing with your viewers' emotions and whatever. But, by the way, really quick, on a side note, does this car not totally remind you of, like, a Micro Machine? It doesn't even look like a real car. It looks like something that I would have in, like, a toy box or something. It looks like somebody, like, wound it up with, like a crank or something and then turned it on. Oh, no! Come on, I don't have enough time to back up right now, just go. I kinda wish I would've gotten the blue one, though. But yeah, dude, it was super, I think of it this way. I think that what they did when they did this initially was that they killed him off, and they wanted to see, like, what the response from like the viewers and diehard fans would be if they did it. And it's exactly what they wanted. Like, they wanted it to be, you know, when they did that everybody would be super, super sad, but they knew that they were going to bring him back anyways. And, you know, they knew that obviously a whole bunch of people were going to be happy that they did it, but they knew that no matter how they decided to go about doing it, they were going to piss people off. But that no matter what, people would still watch anyways, because the show is what it is. And did people really think in general that MacFarlane wasn't going to bring him back even if they killed him off? Like, I wouldn't put that, I'd just be, like, the whole premise of the show is so incredibly random that you know, they would have found a way to bring him back in the most obscure way ever, one way or the other. Even though I think the way that they did it was via Stewie's time machine. I don't remember. I didn't actually like read the entire article. All I saw was that they did it, and that was the thing that I thought of. Like, I watched the episode where they killed him off, and they you know, Stewie immediately tried to go to his time machine and fix it, but he couldn't do it. But the first thing I thought, I was like, dude, they're not going to have him gone for that long. Like, they're gonna find a way to totally, you know, turn this around, because like, what is Family Guy without it? It doesn't feel right whatsoever. Like, the one episode that they did with him not in it was immediately the weirdest thing ever without him being in it, and I think everybody probably saw that coming. You just, especially because, you know, it's not like one of the typical scenarios for that where, you know, a guy gets killed off of a show because, you know, like his contract is done or whatever, and so, you know, he's obviously not going to be able to be in the show anymore, so they have to find a way to get rid of him. But McFarlane definitely does the voiceover for him, so it's not like it's not like, oh, he's not doing the show anymore, so they're just going to kill off a character that he already does the voiceover for 2 other ones in the show. So, God, dude, I feel like I'm just going to explode right now. I shouldn't have had all the chips and salsa. That's what really did me in. That was the key moment. That was the key arena right there. That's where I veered. But again, I feel really bad if I totally screwed that over for you by just spilling the beans. But I was excited about it when I read it. I read about it while I was waiting for my Mexican food to be done, because I had to go to the place and, you know, do the order in there. And so I was just like perusing through Twitter, and I saw that, and I literally did like a fist pump in the air. I was like, oh, sick! And there was a guy that was sitting on the other side of the room that he saw me do that, and he just gave me this weirdest look like, what the hell is this guy super excited about? Kids these days, I don't get them. This place would be a whole lot better without him. Okay, so we need to get a Roadster. I don't really know what classifies entirely in that. I hope it's not like Miatas. I know I saw a Miata in there, and I really hope that I still have mine left. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's all Miatas. Oh, God, I think I sold all of mine. That could be bad. Please, for the love of God, tell me I didn't sell mine. I think I still have it. Aha! Yeah! I still have her! Sick. I knew that would come in handy. My total lack of attention to detail would totally allow me to do that. But I feel like I did this once, though. I apparently didn't. I could have sworn that I'd gone through that thinking, hey, I think I still need this for something, but I guess I just didn't pay attention to the idea that that was going to go over that way. Oh, that's not even the original Fast and the Furious. I just realized that. Or is it? No, that's not the same. Hold on, I'm pissed. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, okay, that's not the original one. That was the one that came out in 2009. It just threw me off because it said Fast and Furious, and I forgot that it's different from The Fast and the Furious. That's right. I remember now. I see what's going on. I was trying to, like, when I turned it on initially, I was trying to identify with the part that was on, and I don't remember any part of that race that was happening. It was super weird. It's like, no, the Fast and Furious is on, cool. And they were going to a race, and I was like, wait a second, I don't remember this part at all in the original one. Okay, this guy needs to get up off my jock for a second. He's just like, I'm not gonna let you go anywhere. No, no, I want to have first place. And I told him no. No, Jeffrey. Down, Rusty. Okay, here we go. Gonna go right on through it here. Well, I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 but the flames went higher, and it burns, burns, burns in the asshole because it's hot. I honestly thought there wasn't going to be another single part in this game that I was going to be driving a Miata again, but hey, sometimes you just do what you gotta do. I mean, at least it doesn't look nearly as feminine to drive because at least there's a hood scoop in it. But man, I don't know why guys would ever drive those. It's almost the same thing to me as guys driving Jettas. And, you know, no offense to guys that do drive Jettas, because, like, one of my best friends totally drove a Jetta for a while, but I think it's just, like, the association. I think it just reminds me of high school, where, like 65 to 70% of girls at my high school, they all drove the same model of Jetta, and they all had Roxy stickers in their window. Like, that was the thing that you knew if somebody was driving that, A, they were a girl, and B, they were hot. Like, all the hot girls in high school, they all drove Jettas with Roxy stickers on it. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why. Like, that was the general requirement for high school back then, is that you had to drive one of those, and you had to have one of those stickers in. And if you didn't, then who are you? Come on, baby. Here we go. We're gonna do this right now. I am good to go. But yeah, it was weird. But that, just like anytime I ever saw a guy driving one of those cars, I was just like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you driving one of those? It was either that, or I assumed that he was driving his girlfriend's car. That's what I always had thought of. Whenever I saw a guy in one of those, like, oh, there's no way that's his car. he is not. That is not his own car that he bought with his own money, or that his parents bought him as a present. Because if they did, my God, I hope that they burn in hell for that. And again, I'm not personally saying, even though I kind of am, for you to burn in hell if that's the exact situation that you were in. But I said that mainly to the people at my school, because they were just people that really I liked a lot, and just like the association, like I never wanted to ride in the same car with them because of the same like association problem that would totally end up happening out of that. And be like, oh, you're why are you riding in a Miata and or a Jetta, like, and there's not a girl driving it? It's weird. Okay, here we go. Let's just get through this turn nice and clean and shaved. No big deal. Here we go. Awesome. Well done. Trophies all around. Nice participation. Goody goody gumdrops. Alright, look at that. All done. I feel like I got shot in the ass with a sedative dart. That's why my talking has been so randomly sporadic in this episode. I just, like, every time I get done talking, the first thing I think of is, like, dude, you ate way too much. What the hell is wrong with you, you fat ass? Which is weird, because I'm not even really fat, but, like, I'm 6'4", and I weigh, like, 195 pounds, so, like, by no stretch of the imagination is that fat, but I just feel like it sometimes, just because I can eat such grossly large amounts of food and not really, like, visually gain anything out of it. That's the best and worst part. It's an expensive lifestyle, my friends. But we've run out of time for this episode, as my stopwatch on my phone says so. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just do this forever, but I'm not going to, because that would take a really long time to upload. You guys would be really pissed. And nobody would watch an episode that long where I just played for like 30 hours. So, when we come back next time, let's play some more Gran Turismo 2. We are going to do the racing style version of the Roadster Trophy. We're going to try to knock out the rest of Mazda, even though I'm pretty sure... No! You bastard. Son of a whore. Yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't. You can't make me. I will gladly decline that offer. So, the Demio race, we already did that. So, the Roadster Trophy's the last thing. Okay, that's awesome. So that'll knock out Mazda, which from there we can go to Nissan, because there's a couple things in Nissan that we have to do still. We already kind of figured that out. So we'll do that, and then, yeah, we'll kind of just jump into Nissan, and then we'll start making some more of the final push. What is our percentage at now? 92.82. We're getting there. Single-digit percents left to go, my friends. That is just a beautiful thing in itself. It just is. It just really is. Alright, guys. Well, this is AMF 1534 saying thank you guys for watching. 666! It's all bad!